Right now, students, teachers, and advocates putting together a message of hope at our state capitol.
Yeah, it's all tied to Teen Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Ernie is out there live to show us what things look like this morning. Good morning.
Wait, no, you're going to try to go that way.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's really kind of a testament of how much we need each other, and just a simple word of encouragement can help someone. Like you said, we're here at the state capitol where we have high school representatives as well as teen suicide prevention advocates here for something they call Connection of Hope Paper Chain Link Project. I want to bring you down here to show you just some of these words of encouragement. These are from 11 different high schools in our area. This one says, "You matter in the world." We have another one that says, "You got this." And this is what this is all about. I want to bring in Nikki Kuntz because she's with Teen Lifeline. How did this whole project come about?
We have been doing Teen Suicide Prevention Awareness Month for 19 years now. And we every year are trying to up the game and try to figure out what's another way that we can bring just a celebration of life to the kids. And we've had schools over the last couple years that have tried to create things on their own campuses. And one of the things that came last year was a school did Chains of Hope across their campus, just to give like the school a hug and give them messages of hope. And we thought this would be a great thing for us to create a competition. And then Mercy Care joined on board and said, we want to find a way to bring back something that we can give to the schools that then they can create a permanent message of hope on their campuses.
Now you have 11 high schools represented in these different chain links that are going around the Capitol. What does teen suicide look like in our community?
In Arizona, it's the second leading cause of death for our teens, and actually all the way to age 34, which many people aren't aware of. And it's about bringing awareness and education to the community as a whole. Because what we know is that the way that you prevent suicide is making sure that we're not afraid to talk about it, and we're there to be supportive and to build that connection of hope for our children and for our loved ones. The way that you fight against suicide is protective factors, and one of the biggest protective factors is that sense of connection and support from the community and from your loved ones. And what's the community of, or who's the community of a student? Their school. And so really making sure that there's, to go along with a bill that was passed earlier this year, mandating suicide prevention training for educators on our campuses, this is another way to bring students into that conversation of it's a support and it's a connection of hope where they can give to each other as well.
Now you were trying to spread this connection of hope around the Capitol, but you said there were some schools that really, the kids already needed these messages and wanted to hold on to these links themselves.
We have had some schools that told us they did give us our links with the promise that we will bring them back right away, and because they already had students that were pulling off the messages at the end of the chain because they needed them. But we did have one school that said, here's our numbers, we did participate, but at the same time, you can't have them. And we said, we just need them for 24 hours. And they said, no, our students are still taking them and we need them, and we don't want to, it's meant too much to them, this whole process. So we let them keep them. And we still have plenty to go around the Capitol, so we're still good.
Is there anything else you feel is important for people in our community to know about suicide prevention? You mentioned being connected to one another, talking to one another, but what can we all do to help prevent this?
What we need to do is make sure that we're educating ourselves, that we are educating our loved ones on what to look for if someone is struggling and thinking about giving up in their life, and then connect them to the people that they need to. So what we need to look for is drastic changes in their personality, their behavior, their mood, drastic changes and things that might be lasting longer, not just regular moodiness of teenagers, but something that's lasting longer. It could be rage or irritability or even more moodiness than normal. Could be giving away prized possessions or eating or sleeping more, but what it is when you have that gut feeling in your stomach that something's not right with someone, ask them. And ask them openly and directly, are they having thoughts of suicide? And if they are, understand that that's a really hard thing to admit.
Thank you so much, Nikki. All right, guys, we can all learn something from these paper chain links, connecting with hope. Spread some words of encouragement today to some people around you. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, that helpline really does great work. Ernie, thank you. It's a good resource to have for young people in town.